within the event of being made of totality, is one able to remain in humility, that this state will now in time reveal the virtues of a state of existence. This is vital during the apex of the moment of realization that one is being made total at this particular state of growth. The benefactor of this state of being is the clarity of knowing the indispensable practicality of humility. The earth has seen numerous times of when the human being has evolved into a state which is contend as success through the trials and challenges of performing what is sufficient for the sake of arriving at such a state is suddenly compromised. And while dwelling in the apex of this state, the irrationality of what it will take to maintain at this state of being for the further evolution is contaminated with the vanity and arrogance in which the world and its activating social order has, dictated as virtue. The integrity of the moment is betrayed, and thus the journey towards the falling off begins. Wholeness is most important to the individual who understands as the vitality of their position, because of knowing of the divine's doing of guiding them to that place in their journey. They come to not only understand, but they know that they were not able to produce this within their own current, means not too long ago, due to the reality with considering the state of mind and lacking the intelligence and humility to move forwards in confidence was a blessing for them, and not cursing their journey by asserting that they were advanced enough to move forwards. The ignorance of which they felt, they were frozen with uncertainty, and only posses the sacred wisdom to know. Don't know nor understand of where to go from here. This is the virtue of the quality of humility, the virtue of allowing yourself to understand the urgency of dying to the ego, that prison of vanity, will no longer serve as a weapon for your possible demise, is the only true contributor to your being consummated in your efforts. The reality of remaining inside of the current state, which has been given by the divine, is to not to remember who you were beforehand, as it has been for so many centuries asserted as what will enable you to perform with gratitude. The importance of death of the formal self in regards to not seeing him or her as any substance of the current state gives way to never falling for the idiosyncrasies of looking back at him or her, giving them any attention of admiration. Shame or even condemnation is futile and yet dangerous. This is said because despite the reality that they existed of you, they are in death and no longer serve as a purpose in the ongoing movement. The point of newness is the only reality, as all of what was has died and is therefore dead upon every internal being is the matter at hand. You are able to move forward without the memory of what was, because that has died and has become less than futile, and therefore no longer made fertile for the mind and its newness to cause a barrier of memory, and therefore giving it life again to only serve as a stone of the past which has only a stand of opposition, because it knows that you have forgotten it in death, and is no longer a vitality during the most important time of your evolution. Death into life is the only true virtue for the human being to remain in peace, and the current state of perfection for the position to remain beneficial, for to be able to unfold into greater states. Written by David Anthony Brayboy.